Hi, in this video I'm going to talk you through the process of applying to Suffolk New College. So the first kind of things that you need to think about are what do you actually want to apply for in the first place. So you may have an idea as to areas that you're interested in studying, or you may have no idea at all. Either is absolutely fine. Have a chat with the careers team. If you're still in school, they'll be able to talk through your options with you. Have a chat with those at home, and also do have a look on our website. So all of our courses are listed for you to look through, and really have a think about what are you good at, what are you not so good at, what sort of things are you interested in, what qualifications are you studying currently, so GCSE options, any A levels, but also have a think about as well, where do you see yourself in the future longer down the line, so actually what kind of jobs might you like to work within. For most of you, if you've not already studied with us, you're going to need to create an account because you're a new user. If you've studied with us previously in the last kind of couple of years, it will be the same username and password that you had before. There's an option to do the password reset if you've forgotten it. But for most of you guys, you'll be creating an account if it's your first time application. So as you can see here, we've got a few questions to fill in. If there's a star next to the question, this means it's mandatory. If it's not, it's optional. So I'm going to pop my name in. Pop my date of birth in. And as you can see, it will show you below the kind of calendar, so you can check that it's the correct one, you've not mistyped anything as well. Okay. Next, you need to add in your email address. At this point, please use your personal email address if you've got one. So something like Hotmail, Gmail, iCloud, absolutely great. Sometimes school email addresses are often not able to receive emails from the college because we're an external sender. So you might need to use a parent, carers, somebody that you live with instead, but just use your own personal email address. So I'm going to pop mine in now. Pop your mobile number in if you've got one, and then you will need to choose a password. Passwords need to be a minimum of 7 characters, so just a bit of a heads up there as you are kind of thinking about what password to have. As you go through, just make a note of the password that you've chosen. That way, hopefully you won't forget it. So I'm clicking register. So we can see we've got a little pop-up message here. My account has been created and it's also telling me my username. So my username is school support. Usually your username is the first part of your email, so the bit up to the @ So again, I'm going to make a note here. I've already got my password noted down. I'm also going to make a note of my username because I'm going to need this if I want to log back in again, change my application, update my address, anything like that. You can see here it's pulled forward the information that we had previously, and then we'll be able to add some more to it. Unique learner number, we're going to ignore that. Most of you are probably not going to know this number. It's something that schools have to recognise you when they pop you in for exams. So we'll ignore that for now, and we're then going to add our address. So pop your postcode in and it will then give you a list of options to choose from. Yep, Suffolk New College, this is my address. And you can see it's pulled through below to add all of this information through for me. Next up, I need to add my parent carer emergency contact. And this information is if, for example, we were trying to get hold of you regarding your application and we would have been unsuccessful, we would then try this contact as well. So usually it's parent or carer within this kind of section. So I will I'm going to pop my mum in. She's going to be my best contact. And let me add her email address. Okay, and then we need a number as well. I've made a number up here, but you would obviously put your own kind of number in. And you'll notice as well here that it's looking for a telephone number and a mobile number. Some of you guys may have a landline, some of you may not, so you can pop the mobile number in both boxes if you need. Relationship to me, this is my mum. So again, pop mum, dad, parent, carer, whichever is most relevant for you in that box. And then we're going to press continue. Next up, we've got a few more questions to fill in. So any criminal convictions or subject to a police investigation currently. So do be honest here. If you press yes, we will get in touch and we will just follow this up with you to check kind of what the convictions are, what the current investigation is, just to kind of make sure that it's all okay for you to be at college. Pop no in if that's most relevant as well. Now this question here sometimes catches people up. Have you been a resident in the UK or the EU for the last 3 years? Majority of you guys are going to be ticking yes for this box. So yes, you've either lived in the UK, so England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, or anywhere else within the EU. We can pop our ethnicity in here. So scroll down, there we go, I've added that. And then if you add your school as well. So it just gives us an idea as to which school you've come from. And also if your careers leaders are getting in touch with us, they can keep an eye out as to who's applied and who hasn't. So if you start typing, your school will come up. So I'm going to pop Stoke High School down for my current school. Next up, we're looking at support needs and additional needs. So do I have any learning difficulties or disabilities? Here I'm going to say yes, just to show you how it looks. Some of you may be no, some of you may be unsure. If you select yes, you will then have the option to add the support needs. So I'm going to add in here an extra row, and then you can select as you need. So do have a scroll through and see if there's anything that is relevant for you. I'm going to add my dyslexia, and there we go. This is now added as an option for me. You're welcome to add more and remove as you go. Some of you may have more than one, that's absolutely fine. And it just lets us know what support needs or what things we may need to put in place for when you start with us. Medical information, any medical needs. Again, you can pop no, it will let you move forward. If you pop yes, it will ask you to add this in here. So I'm going to add down here that I am asthmatic. And you can see then it's listed here. So it's just added a start date as well to make the college aware of that information. Next up, we've got lots of questions to answer here. Do have a quick read through them to check what's right. It gives you some definitions as well. So adult carer, in foster care, previously been in foster care, any involvement with social care or early help teams, any supported accommodation. And then there's a box here where you can provide information on your social worker, support worker, any other kind of people like that you're working with. As I said, there's little definitions here that just kind of give you a little bit of information if you're not quite sure if this applies to you or if it doesn't. Do I receive any special arrangements in my exams? Nope. Again, some of you may be ticking yes here if that's the case for you. Do I have an education healthcare plan? Nope. You will know if you've got one. If you've got no idea what that means, it's probably a no. Double check with school though if you're unsure, or anybody at home, and they should know. And I do not use specialised transport to get to school currently, so that is also a no. So we're getting through the application now. You can see along the top it shows us how far along we are. We've just got the qualifications section to add, and then we'll review it. So here we need you to add, these will be your predicted grades, don't worry. We know you're not quite going to know what you've got yet, and you can see actually only the subject is mandatory. So we'll add maths in there. It's going to be a GCSE, and my predicted grade, let's say, is a 3. And my year achieved, I'm going to be achieving that this year. So again, I'll add it just like that. When I press add qualification, we can see as we scroll down that this has been added here. So do go through and add all of your subjects, the maths, the English language, literature, science, and any of your option choices that you're sitting as well. If you are a student that's already got some A levels, not a problem. Let's say I've also got A level English language. You can see we've got the range of qualifications here, and you can add then A level in. Some of your GCSEs may be kind of BTECs or diplomas, so just have a look through and check that you are selecting the right one. And if you've already sat your exams, rather than predicted grade, it'll be an actual grade. So let's say I got a C for my A level in English language, and I achieved this last year. So there we go. Again, It adds it all in there. So just go through and add all of those qualifications that you're currently sitting or due to sit. You can see it will list them here and you can delete them if you do them wrong. But it just makes sure that we've got everything there. And again, it's about matching you up to the level that's going to be right for you. So whether it's level 1, level 2, or a level 3 or RT levels. Next, let's press continue, and this then lets us review our application. So as you see here, all of my information that I've inputted is listed. Have a little look through, check it's all okay, have a read of the privacy policy as well, so you will then know what we're going to do with your information as we hold it. So yep, all of the information that I have added is in here. Double checking it's all okay. Yep. There's edit boxes as you go along, so if anything's been typed wrong, you've missed it accidentally, you can go and have a little look through there and check if you need to update it. So I'm scrolling through here. Yep, everything looks okay to me. And then if you are happy, you are able to submit your application. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Perfect. And we can see here there's a success message. So thank you for applying. Your application has been created successfully. And there's a page here just to confirm it. This page that I'm on now that I've completed my application, is my login to the Suffolk New College website. So you'll all be able to access this as you click on the home page here. It will take you back to your start page and it will let you know if there's anything else that you need to do. So I'm awaiting further contact. This may mean that I need to have an interview, or it may mean that, actually dependent on the time of the year, whether it's as it's late in the year now I'm doing this for you guys, I need to learn more about enrolment, but it will let you know if there's anything that you need to do. The My Details section lets you check all of your contact details, as we've said before. And again, it's a place where you can update it. So I can already type straight in to update my email and my other information there I may need to change. If you do need to change anything after you've submitted your application, you've got a couple of options. Feel free to ring the applications team directly at the college. They can be contacted on 01473 382 288, and they'll be able to talk you through getting any of those details amended, or even if you wanted to change your course, change your level at a later date. Next, on my applications section, I can see the course that I've applied for. Now there's a couple of other options listed here, but actually they're all the animal care. It's this one with the P code that you're looking for. This is the actual course that you've applied. The other parts are kind of less relevant, they're more at our end, but as long as you can see animal care is listed there and you can see the year that you'll be studying, that's all you need to know. So I can see that actually this is an application to start in September of 2022 to take me through to 2023. Depending on when you see this video, it may be for kind of later years. And there's just a few other bits here, so data protection information, any qualifications, this will all come later as you go throughout the year. And this section here on the inbox is a really helpful one to look through because it shows you all of the emails that will be sent out to you. So I've received an email today confirming that I've created an account, and then I've received a second email thanking me for my application. So I'm going to check my emails just to make sure this has all come through, and if you guys do the same, you can just check that we've got the right email address listed for you then, and that you're able to receive all of the emails. So this is pretty much how to do an application. If you are struggling at home with getting this done, feel free again, call the applications team. So that's 01473 382 288, and those guys can help you with kind of getting that in place. You're welcome to email my team, so that is schoolsupport@suffolk.ac.uk, and we can offer you information, advice and guidance on choosing which course to apply for, which is going to be best for you, or I'll speak to those guys at team. Finally, if you've not got access to computers for whatever reason at home in the school or internet, there is also the option of completing a paper application. And it's exactly the same as the form we've just looked at. It's just a printed out version that can then be filled out by hand and either posted or dropped back into the college. Either way though, it will make its way through to us, and then you've got your application in. After the application, keep checking your emails. We'll let you know of any upcoming events, so taster events, if there's any information that we need from you, if we need an interview, and any of the other elements like that. So do keep checking those emails for any updates. This will be the kind of most frequent way we'll be in touch with you. I hope this video has been helpful. And like I say, we look forward to receiving your applications in due course. and meeting you in the future at any of our events or when you join us as a student. Thanks for your time.